I'm so sick, man. I've had a cold for a month, everyone. What is going on? Welcome to the Poet and Vuj channel. Once upon a time, I used to introduce all the videos. And Vuj somehow took over, I'm not quite sure how, to the point where in which not only have I forgotten how to introduce a video, he's actually forgotten how to turn up. And my guest is just Air. How are you? No way! I have seen Brexit has been announced.
Brexit's good. Oh man, what's up?
He's
bro?
back.
How's it going?
But so you sat on my friend.
Who's your friend?
He was sitting there. Did you see him?
Nah, I showered today.
Did you?
Yeah, in the morning.
Okay, you clean.
I showered in the morning, guys. It's good, isn't it?
Come through, my friend.
Don't worry. Yeah, come on. Shout out to IKEA and that. What are you saying, bro?
I'm cool, man. I went out yesterday, but I came back mad early. Everyone was upset.
Did you? People are upset you leave early?
Yeah, because I think it was because they wanted me to stay out past 12. And I had to say to them, the Poet and Vuj Wanderers can't accept a tired poll.
This is the third comments under in a week.
Come on, my brother.
Comments under, super extra. Extra times 2. And we do have things to talk about because this week of football was like absolutely insane. And yesterday was absolutely insane. And Wolverhampton Wanderers. Oh. What a fucking game, innit?
Can I just say, yeah, everyone that used to...
What a game of football that was.
I think the Premier League is the only competition that is almost like a glorified Scottish League in like 2010.
Yeah.
But it's still entertaining.
Wait, what is?
For example, when you used to watch Scottish football, Rangers were going to win the league or Celtic were going to win the league and everything else was a little bit meh. In this Premier League, like, Liverpool going to win the league, but there's still madness happening that you have to cover. Oh, phew.
Oh, where's the deep water?
I'll tell you what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is definitely in deep water.
I just see a park.
What do you film on YouTube? Tell him, I'm older, he's younger.
We just talk about football.
Football and stuff.
Nah, what's the program on YouTube you're on?
My one,
Gasworks.
Gasworks, that's the one.
Nah, don't be silly, man. Thank you, bro. That's so lit. Like, people say congrats now that you're on YouTube. It's very easy to do. But back in the day, man was like, you do YouTube, what's your real job? It's lit.
It's like you are at the promised land.
How did you get on
the streets?
Congratulations.
Someone put this photo of us in front of Copenhagen and died. That
I sent it.
Was great. I rate them. If there was a World War VII, they'd still survive.
Yeah, they'll do coverage.
Whitney Houston, I will survive.
Well, she didn't, but yeah.
All right, we move on to the football. Yeah, we move on to the football. Look.
Sorry.
Liverpool 2-1 against Wolves. What a game of football. 2-1 over Wolves. Henderson seriously not supposed to be playing like this. I'm confused, and so am I. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Mane get injured in the first half, and Firmino scoring a late winner. Classic Liverpool. It is really a Premier League winning side. It's got all the cliches you need in football where a team isn't playing that well, but they control the game somehow, get the goal in like the last minute. It's incredible.
From time the back off couldn't stop you.
It's so incredible.
J-Lo's back off has stopped so much people.
Yeah.
There's been so many back offs in time that have definitely changed the algorithm of situations. Traore still couldn't prevent Liverpool from winning.
As the comments, Traore's back off nearly caused problems for Liverpool. But let's just go into a bit more of Liverpool to just say how good they are. Firmino's finish is absolutely immense. It's what, 16 points in front, 3 points, a game in hand, sorry. Bruv, this is just impeccable to watch.
I will just say though, if Diego Jota, when Van Dijk gives him the head down,
that's what I mean.
If he just looks to the right, forget
Traore
Beyonce,
was running through like
forget
a train.
Irreplaceable, not to the left, to the left, to the right. Traore is like, I'm like, give it to him! And then,
this is the maddest thing. Imagine this. I was in my room going, give it to Traore! I was watching, supporting Adama Traore.
But I get it.
And I was like, go on the right! I was like, I forgot I'm a Liverpool supporter. Obviously I'm a football fan. I find out what I am. I'm a Liverpool supporter. I'm not a fan. Because fan's like an extremist. Like you're a fan, a fanatic.
I'm still an Arsenal fan then.
I'm a Liverpool supporter,
but
I'm an Adama Traore fan. And it was obviously a couple saves as well.
From Alisson. Listen, Alisson was going.
The face, the one when Adama Traore hits it on the right and he saves it.
Honestly, yesterday, I knew you weren't going to lose. I was sitting down watching it like, you lot don't get it. They're just not going to, not when Love Island's on.
That's it, that's what I mean.
I've just thought of it.
What?
Connor should make his own like bottle openers, and they should be at the end of the table with his teeth.
I like that.
And then you just like open your bottle of. I'm just saying, Connor, there's a way you can make some money there.
Sophie's soaping, and the one that speaks for her knows. We move on to the football again. Adama Traore we love, and I think he's the best player in the Premier League.
There's no rules, man.
Adama Traore should go to Liverpool. Liverpool need to buy Adama Traore. I'm sorry. I don't care about winning. I want Adama Traore.
Swap him for Shaqiri.
Exactly.
I think it's more of a
He
system thing,
is.
though. The system that Liverpool, that Wolves have. Because the system Wolves have
can play
accommodates Traore, like the wing backs and five at the back.
Accommodates.
I don't
We
think he
play
could do
with
that.
wing-backs and we can play
No,
a
no, no,
Chamberlain
no.
role.
No, I don't. It's Liverpool's more complex than
Wait
that.
a minute. Minamoto yesterday comes on, yeah?
Yeah.
You put on Traore there. We are causing Wolves problems. You can see
Give
how
Minamoto.
we stepped back on the left. He stepped back onto the left. He wasn't
Yeah.
playing forward enough. You get Minamoto there. Sorry, Traore there. Bruv, that's problem.
Give him a bit of
I'm going to give him time. But
I
I'm
reckon
saying
it'll
the
be more
caliber of player in terms of how they play. I'd rather have Traore coming on.
I like Traore. I just know. Like, I like him because he's on someone else's team. There's certain players that I like on other teams. I'm like, I like you over there. But if you came over here, I think I'd just be frustrated. He hasn't got that technique that
That's
I
what you said
love.
about Chamberlain. Look what he's popping right now.
Nah, Chamberlain has 3 names. And Chamberlain's not popping. Like, if Chamberlain left Liverpool, I don't think anything happens. If Chamberlain got injured, I
What
just
I'm
don't
saying
think
is
anything
Traore
happens.
has clearly...
Did you miss him?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we did miss him a little bit. We did. No, we could have...
Klopp.
All right, talk to me. Traore off the bench or not? What are you saying? Would you have him at
Traore
Liverpool?
off the bench. I'll have him.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday's game was crazy. I know there were so many Liverpool supporters gone, we're not going to win it. At one point I was like, we're actually going to lose this one. My dad texted me, he said, I went to bed on 1-1. I thought, we're not going to win tonight. And I woke up and we won it. God. They now can lose 6 games and still win the league.
If
they beat City, they equal 49.
If they beat
Or
City.
if they draw.
PUKKI has just told us, but there was a comment as well that we'll let Liverpool end up losing at all. Man City away, that's the biggest chance, but I think Arsenal might have a crack at an upset if they get rolling, and they might defend the Invincibles at home. And can we talk about the fact that Liverpool's joint top 49th game going undefeated in the Premier League will be against Man City at the Etihad? That's going to be one hell of a game.
That's going to be crazy.
Oh,
And they're gonna
PUKKI,
be
go on, give us your
motivated.
opinion. Come on, camera. We're going to get a PUKKI on. Obviously, Norwich might get relegated.
It's like a full
The
crew.
Air Maxes are looking crazy. PUKKI, what are you saying, man? What do you reckon at City, Liverpool get 49?
I think you'll 100% be at 48. The next 8 games Liverpool have are, you can pretty much tick them off now.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, there's no disrespect. Liverpool are going to get to 48. Sky Sports will build up Man City against Liverpool like the biggest game in history. Which it kind of could be. But that's a game that Liverpool, like in previous years, would and should have lost.
Yeah.
Wolves had enough chances to win.
Yeah.
And the fact that Firmino does his madness and scores that goal, it's done.
Firmino's like the new Origi. I'm watching him just score important goals, whether it's the World Club Championship, whether it's yesterday. He definitely wants to score really important goals. It's like he just saved. So that was his 10th yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it's like he doesn't score much, but the goals he scores are very, very important.
He's that reverse cowgirl. You know what? I'm trying to influence, obviously, you young men and girls that are watching this, to stay away from the temptations of life, such as pornography. But reverse cowgirl is a central component of all porn movies. And let us know about Adama Traore. What you think in the comments about Adama Traore. Should he go to Liverpool? Is he the greatest player in the Premier League? For me, 100%. How many points will he win the league by? And can they do the Man City thing? I think that as Klopp and PUKKI were saying, that game on BT and Sky Sports, they should play it on both stations.
And Amazon.
And Setanta Sports.
And YouTube.
They should put it on everything. Eurosport. They should put it on every...
They should come to this park.
Bro, it should be on every channel.
Yes.
Like North Korea. Look at the table. The table looks crazy. 40 games unbeaten.
I'm happy though, because you know what? When I play FIFA and I do a season, sometimes Liverpool will win the league or City will win the league and the points are ridiculous. I'm like, this ain't real life. Then you look at real life.
Is this the greatest side of all time that we are watching? We're going to have the debate when it happens, if it happens to the 49th game. Arsenal or Liverpool Invincibles?
Liverpool.
We have another comment here. Can't we just appreciate that Klopp has won more Premier League games this season than Ollie has in 2 years at United? Which leads us on to the United Burnley game. We'll have a little chin wag here. Man U Burnley 2. Is it time for Ollie to go? And Poet, I know you were saying last time to give Solskjaer time. But from a neutral perspective, I think United needs someone else who doesn't seem to have it in him to lead the team in a general as a manager. They need someone like Klopp to nurture the young talent they have. There's a difference between patience and complacency.
I really love everyone because I remember when Klopp was doing badly and everyone on Twitter was like, oh.
Actually, no, I said Liverpool going to win the league.
No, not you. It's not you. A lot of people, and the good thing is that they save tweets.
A lot of people is like such a
all right, cool.
So wide.
You're right. The media, for example, the same people that we're speaking about here on the internet saying what they're saying about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer were probably a similar demographic.
You think so?
100%. I saw Klopp, I saw Piers Morgan do a massive tweet about Klopp. Klopp not doing it was on press. Everyone was like, Klopp this, Klopp that. And we forget these things the same way people forget Sir Alex Ferguson was going to get fired. The same way we forget that Dennis Bergkamp in his first season was scrutinised by everybody, by Stuart Pearce.
That logic to everything though.
What, people being scrutinised very early on in their career? We can because
those people that do that are clicking bait.
Yeah, but they've been doing it before the internet.
That's their job, bro.
But Vuj, they've been doing it before internet.
That's their job. Daily
all right,
Mirror,
so let's take a look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now. Everybody knows when you have to play 2 games in a week, it's very difficult for any side.
Yeah.
Any side. How can your team lose Lukaku, you don't replace him, then you lose Rashford for 3 months?
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you expect from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? What do you want from Juan Mata in the latter stages of his career?
Give him time. Give him the funds.
Get rid of Woodward. How can you have Bruno Fernandes begging to come to the club and you're like, well, we're not giving the extra 10 mil because we heard you lot are in money problems. It's like, you're the richest club. Man United had chances yesterday. If you add quality to the chances they had yesterday, they probably win.
They right now are a biscuit that's been left too long in the tea. You're looking at the tea like, and you take out the biscuit and it's all gone. You might as well chuck the tea out, start again, make a new tea.
I agree.
That is Man United. The fish always smells from the head, as my grandma would say.
But when Jason McAteer on BN Sports comes out and starts slagging off Pogba after Man United lost 2-0 to Burnley and my man wasn't even there, it's like,
one person they actually are missing is Paul Pogba, because Poet sent me this graphic, Opta stats and that. Most goals, 2018-19, Pogba. Most assists, Pogba. Most shots on target, Pogba. Most take-ons, Pogba. Most fouls won. Most chances created. Most possessions won. Most passes into the final third. Most duels won at Man United was Paul Pogba.
And you take a look at the personnel.
He's the greatest player. So as much as you want to blame him because he has cool hair and likes to dab in 2020, like, you got to let the man live. Do you know what I mean?
I just don't. Honestly, McAteer said he's a problem in the changing room. McAteer, you've never been to the changing room. Look, McAteer, you've never won the Premier League. McAteer, your biggest highlight is scoring a goal against Holland to get Republic of Ireland to the World Cup in 2002. Apart from that, and maybe scoring the rebound from Robbie Fowler's penalty that he took against Arsenal at Highbury when David Seaman saved it after it shouldn't have been a penalty, you scored the rebound. Apart from that, McAteer, that's it. You were just a right back. You don't know what it's like to be world class. You don't know what it's like to lead your country. You don't know what it's like to win the World Cup or having to win the Premier League. And you're just disrespecting Pogba. I actually don't like it.
I think people who just needs to comment on shit, right? And some of those people just want to hate. So no matter what it is, they're going to find a way to hate. So they're just going to go, oh, you're shit, and they have no life. What life does he have? And what is he doing? He's like moaning and complaining about other people instead of looking at himself and sorting himself out.
I agree, bro.
Do it. Sort yourself out.
Sort yourself out. Hashtag sort yourself out, motherfuckers. I did have live scenes of the celebrations at Burnley. This is back at Burnley.
You're such a fool.
So this is at Burnley. There was some live scenes and celebrations. As you can see, the volcano erupted. It was great. The gates opened, and the Northern Star shone brightly again when they were burning a man called Lee at the stake. Glad that their people are happy and they are finally breaking bread and drinking wine. But one thing we do need to mention is Neymar hitting it with the bat. Neymar doing his thing.
Look back at it. Look back at it.
Let's talk about Neymar passing it with his back off. I hope there's a whole segment about Neymar intentionally passing it with his butt. I'll just throw this out. There's no pass without arse. Back in the back off. It's a movement. Neymar pulling off an audacious pass with his back off. And ode to the greatest one has shown the planet. Vuj forced Neymar passing the ball with his back off. Rumours have Hazard did that, it would end up in row Z. And then Adam, this is not related, but he's a homosexual, and he says, I would lips Van Dijk, he definitely smells peng. Herbal essences in that. Bit of cocoa butter and that on the knee. Ooh. But it was a nice pass with his butt.
Yes.
You see Poet, he's cheeky, because he's on this homosexual stuff, and you're doing this, like, oh, I'm not on it. You're on it, bro. He used to get up and twerk.
Really upset.
Vuj is really upset. He used to get on camera and be like, hey. And here's me chatting about back offs, and you're like, oh, I'm not on it.
I like to go LA once a year. Vuj wants me to go LA every week. I've got to deal with this with you, Specs
See, your
and
problem is Specs
Alhan.
and Alhan over there. I don't have that problem.
Talking about. It's what I'm saying.
I want to call you my king, but with a Q instead of a K.
You can just call
You're
me
my
Paul.
queen and my king.
Taking offense. I'm sorry. I'm taking offense.
I'm taking offense. I'm done. A shout out to all the homosexuals. Make sure you show love to your friends with consent, of course. This is the greatest football analysis show. I don't think this show can ever be stopped. We're going to be doing it to a 45. Like, Eurotrash, Atletico Madrid losing to Cultural Leonessa. Like, what the hell is that?
What's going on with Diego?
What is cultural? It sounds like a show on, like, what's it called? On Netflix or some shit.
Barcelona almost lost to Ibiza DJ crew.
I know. And you see Griezmann when the music was playing.
I move on to the post comments clarity, which is, we get some clarity for the comments you've been leaving. So let's go into that a little bit, chat about you guys and what you've been leaving for us. Obviously, the most loyal people stay to the end, so it makes sense to do it at the end. Klopp is that one odd international student who's friends with the popular kids. Oh, so Klopp does the edit for these shows. Now it makes sense that his Instagram account pops up every hot minute. There's no rules. Good work, Klopp. Sometimes you've got to back yourself. Come in here, Klopp. Tell them who edits and who sometimes edits.
This guy edits most of the time. I kind of come up and like polish it.
And you help.
I help a little
You
bit.
help
We sit in my
upload.
office though. We do it
Use
together.
your
I put on the
camera.
coffee.
He puts on the coffee. But last
And he eats
episode,
all my biscuits, literally. So now
I do.
I pretend and leave another 60 comments so we get to 1,000, and that means these brothers are coming to Norway, and we will be doing a show.
Well, you know what? We're so close to
in
1,000
Norway.
comments in the last
Probably
show.
at the top of the mountain. Top of the mountain, we do it.
Let's do it.
And
Well, you have to come, you have to do it,
subscribe.
you know.
Why are you not subscribing? Because we're like 400 away from 100,000.
We're 400 from what? It is mad,
We're close.
bro.
It's gonna happen. It's close. We're close.
By the end of
I'll
play
make
today.
T-shirts for you guys, like
It's
commemorative
It's close.
T-shirts and all that.
For about simpler times, I'll just kick a ball off a wall for hours before dinner was ready without caring a while. Now I'm sitting here struggling to pay rent for one of those walls. Head up, Hamza, you got this. Poet and Vuj Wanderers support you. Now, but a lot of people are leaving love, showing support to Hamza.
That is lit.
So it's great to see that you guys are showing support to each other. That's what this is all about. At the end of the day, we like to have a laugh and joke around, but do show support to one another. Poet looking like a jam jar in the last episode. That is the top comment. That's the Ballon d'Or winner as well. Vuj, I don't like their badge, just the badge. Also, Vuj supports Liverpool. Brighton and Hove one looks like some sort of like emoji. The Liverpool bird has got a bit of like finesse to it.
Thanks, guys.
Imagine Sky Sports titling one of their videos, Ken Martinelli do bits. This is the best football analysis show. It's voted by everybody in Chicago, even Chief Keef.
Sky
Sky
Sports.
Sports and BT, they're trying to mandamise it.
They're stepping up.
They're trying to mandamise the thing. There's a bit more mandamisation happening on mainstream like television and stuff. I'm all the way in China, but I still down my street to see if Poet and Vuj are filming there.
One day, my friend.
There's a few comeback things as well. Best comeback, Jesus, only took my man 3 days.
That's true.
That's a great...
And he was fully out here.
Comeback.
Gabriel Jesus, man. You missed a penalty, though.
The greatest comeback is Andros Townsend's hairline. Honourable mention, Tory Lane's hairline, also no rules.
Hey, Kyle Walker, then. He definitely had a comeback with a hairline. That's
Why
so
are you
stupid.
bellends sitting in the middle of a pavement to do this video?
Right, go through it.
So
Thank you, man,
desperate.
Gigi. Welcome, family. You're right.
Yes.
Thank you, my bro.
So desperate for attention that you have to film in public so people look at you. What a pair of gimps. I'm so sorry.
He described me very well.
I mean, you know what it is, right? Like, I understand your comment, right? You're seeing these two guys chatting shit, but if you just look around, in most of the places we film, there's no one. There's no one. It's just a pavement. I don't understand why a pavement offends you so much.
I don't understand
I'm gonna
why.
show them how much is going on here.
Yeah. There's tons of people. Look at the scenes. Limbs.
I mean,
It is limbs.
I understand. There's problems in the world, right?
Wow.
I don't understand.
I don't-
Attention seekers.
But then is he looking in the mirror? Because clearly he left that comment to also get attention. So is this internet thing here his pavement? Is this him sitting on his chair?
Maybe.
I think,
Find out
I
next
think
week.
it's-
You know what?
Why
For
you
that,
so-
Klopp, get this. How about this?
No, next week we should do the show like that. Now.
Oh, Yellow West protesters. You're in Paris.
But we have now
That's
a
lit.
Norwegian KLOPP appreciation comment, which is a very, very beautiful comment. From Abigyan as well. Obviously, he's the Poet and Vuj General just before Michael James Carpenter. But this guy, full of energy, positivity, good vibes. Does amazing edits, framing locations, does not care about the weather, noise in the background, what street they're on, incoming traffic and people. Just does his thing. Instagram stories on point to prepare for the next video. Absolutely unbiased opinions on every game. Gives his heart for the videos, generally loves doing his work, and it shows in his face that there's nowhere else he'd be. Solid guy. Loads of love and respect.
My brother.
A real nice. Thank you. I'm not sure I know his real name. His real name is Norwegian KLOPP, aka Jonas. I'll be honest, most location ideas are my idea too, so I have to take that one away from KLOPP. But it's okay.
I kind of want to go some cool locations. I was saying this, like
We
Buckingham
should go.
Palace,
Yeah.
like something
Wembley.
really.
I like
With a
that.
V.
Let's do it, man.
Wembley with a wee.
Wembley. Wembley.
But yeah, man, thank you KLOPP for everything you've been doing to us.
Nah, bro.
I think we reached the end of the show, man.
My bro,
It was great.
it's a good week. I'm really, really happy with the week of
It was
content.
great week of football. Check out the David James podcast. It was very interesting.
Right, I have one more thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Well, I told Poet, which I think is well funny, because I'm half Norwegian, half German.
Yeah.
So I get the
That
both
is
end
lit.
of that kind of stuff, and I read the news and stuff. And in Norway, you know, Ole is king. He's like, he gets more press coverage than the royal family.
Yeah.
But in Germany, they're a little hating a little bit about KLOPP. So they're not rating him. It's like,
Why?
I think they're a little bit jealous that he didn't.
Yeah.
So the media wanted him to go to Bayern Munich and become national
Yeah,
coach.
100%.
So like, why did you go to Liverpool?
And he's
So
ruined the
that's a bit funny,
algorithm.
right?
But it's
So
something
one
like-
guy's doing it so great, doesn't get the
Yeah.
love, and the other guy, they're like all supporting him. They were like, oh, he wasn't going to do it, he needs a little bit longer, it's unfair. And so they're supporting Ole, and I'm supporting Ole. Give him some time. He's a solid guy.
Ole
You know what
has
he did on
support
his
from
first
KLOPP,
day?
Norwegian KLOPP.
His first day back on the training camp, he brought back a big plate of Norwegian chocolate to the lady in the reception at the training grounds, because he knew she really liked Norwegian chocolate from the days when he was a player. So basically, like, when he hadn't been there for 4 years or whatever, what he remembered, oh, the lady in the reception, she really liked the
He's a
chocolate.
nice guy.
So see, he's that kind of guy, you know, like, who respects everyone.
but
And that's like a KLOPP style
It's
thing.
good, but nice.
I
guys
really
don't
like
win
Meghan
leagues.
Markle because she kissed Skepta.
Did she?
Yeah, but that's my Uber. I would stay with you lot for a while. She was an actor in Antisocial. That's the reason why she got kicked out of the royal family. Boy, better know. Like, everyone, I'm going to Sweden. I
Meghan
see you lot.
Markle.
Mwah, take care.
Meghan Markle
Later.
kissed Skepta.
Fam, it's mad, innit?
General.
Oh yeah, you should take your mic.
Unbeated.
Take your mic. You can't believe it, can you?
What the fuck?
See you later.
Oh.
Well,
I
Meghan
can't
Markle.
believe anything's possible. Make sure you like this video because we're trying to get onto the algorithm. The more likes we
Subscribe.
have, subscribers also, we can get to 100k subs. So subscribe and like this video. So obviously algorithm, matrix, we're trying to infiltrate.